A wizard arrives precisely when he means to.
What's up, everybody? It's Felyre here. Welcome back to the Castle of Rise of Lich King patch 2.2 version 7. Today we have a 1v1 on the Fords of Isen. Let's see who we got today in this game. Starting with the top left player, Felyre. I'm not sure how you say that, to be honest. Felyre. That's his name now. He's Man of the West. And he's up against Dark as Angmar, who's of course Solus or Maher, depending on what he wants to be called. But we'll call him Dark because of obvious reasons. Alright, so we got a Man of the West versus Angmar. Apparently it was a pretty good match. So it should be pretty enjoyable, I suppose. Well, let's hope. I also think both of these names are actually StarCraft 2 player names. I think Felyre and Dark are both StarCraft 2 players, if I'm not mistaken. I could be. This is something I read, because I don't actually know. But maybe. Which is also a game I've been actually playing quite a bit of. It's pretty fun. And it's free to play now, which is pretty cool. But anyway, that's horribly off topic. We have our Angmar player Dark going for Thralls. He's got his 2 battalions of Thralls out in the field. Let's see what Men of the West are doing here. Felyre is going for some soldiers. And that would be his starting unit for now. He's also throwing down a stables. Okay. Early Cav could work against Angmar, but it could also not work against Angmar very easily. So we'll see how that goes. Angmar arguably has a very good way to deal with Cav in the way of Fellwind, and of course, easily obtainable Rudar Spearman. That said, though, of course, he's not going to be starting Fellwind, I would imagine. No, both players have started War Chant and Rally Call, respectively, so not going to happen. Now, Solus, we'll see there is a stables here until we get in Gondor Knights soon, so I'm imagining Solus will... I'm gonna call him Solus. Apparently. Well, Dark will probably be reacting to that, I would expect. But it looks like he has picked up 2 farm kills, which will set Felyre back a bit. Felyre is not able to go on the offensive. Looks like Dark is throwing down another Hold the King's Men, getting more Thralls. And I'd expect at least one of these will be Rudars. Indeed it is. So now he has 1 battalion of Pikes at least to deal with something. And Dark has used his Rally Call, or his War Chant rather. And I don't think Felyre has yet. He has not. So Felyre still has a Rally Call ready to go. If he wants to get engaged with the enemy, he can do so. Looks like Dark's going for some creeping, which is definitely a good call. Creeping is a good way to get a little boost, get ahead of the game. It's like 250 resources almost right there, just for that. And of course he'll be getting PowerPoint gain from that as well. Just every little bit will help. Right, we get some Rohan Spearmen being added into the army of Felyre, which I don't think is necessary at this point, but better safe than sorry. He doesn't know if Solus is going for a Troll Wolf Den. As far as I'm aware, he hasn't scouted the enemy in any way, shape, or form, so he could actually have had some Wolf Riders coming out or something, and he wouldn't have seen it. So it's always wise to get a battalion of Spearmen, even if you don't know, unless you absolutely know the enemy is, of course, not going for Cav. Then building your pikemen is not ideal against some Gundabats or something. But the counterattack from Felyre is looking to do some damage. He did have Rally Call, of course, like I said, so he is now buffed against Dark's unbuffed Rudars, which aren't going to do very well. Rudar Spearmen can keep him alive with these Gondor soldiers, so he has potential to do some damage, and of course he is able to use his Cav to move around nicely. The thing about forcing Solus to go for Rudar Spearmen is his Gondor soldiers are going to be doing a lot more damage as a direct result because of the whole swords are good against pikes thing. So it's pretty nice for Felyre in that way. As long as he can keep these Gunner Knights alive and get them out of harm's way, he should be fine. Looks like Dark has also been harassing in the base here. Felyre's doing a good job of keeping his economy back up and running, though. He's trying to recover. I'm not sure who Felyre is. I think he's somebody else using a name, but I'm not sure actually who he is at this point. So, your guess is as good as mine. But he seems to know his stuff. He's putting out troops. He's rebuilding his economy, building quickly. And then going for counterattacks. I think he's doing pretty well. We've got 2 battalions of Gunner Knights now. And if we look at the farms, is at 400 cap. We have Dark at 400 as well. So both are at 400, so they're both about even in the farms. And we also have Felyre, Fort Solus, Dark, whatever. So he has potentially a way to deal with that cav if Felyre is not careful. He could get Fell-Winded right into some pikemen and lose his cav battalions, so that could be dangerous. But only time will tell. It seems to work pretty well so far, I'd say, what Felyre is doing. He is going to be overwhelmed a little bit here. But his, of course, dudes... There he goes, going into shield wall there. Shield wall, but not going into hold ground stance. Probably should, but doesn't need to. Necessarily. It gives you a little added boost to armor. But at the same time, maybe wants a little bit more damage. That's the thing. If you go to hold ground stance, you will get a boost in armor, but you do get a decrease in attack damage, I believe? It's attack speed. You get movement speed and attack damage or something. I could be wrong, because I can't quite remember. If I saw a unit on it, I could tell you. That thrall got dead. So that's unfortunate. We also have the addition of archers to the Men of the West forces, which will definitely help, especially since Angmar has himself some archer-esque units as well. This spell wouldn't be used, it has indeed. Axis picked off a few of these dudes there, but it seems like he got away. There was 2 battalions of cav, so I'm assuming one of them died. So I don't see the other one. Looks like we do have black Numenorians on the field there. A very strong sword unit. So Solus is starting to tech up. I'm just gonna call him Solus. I give up. I've been calling him Solus for like a year or whatever. I can't stop. So be it. So I just hit my mouse right into the side of my keyboard. Professional, as always. Alright, we have a well going down for Felyre. Very nice. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong, but I don't know if I am. I have one more look at this name. Felyre. I think that sounds right. Probably not. Alright. Solus is moving into the top. Got some Rudar spears in the middle, and he's also got guys in the south. He's looking to attack from 3 different fronts, potentially, which will definitely spread forces of Felyre thin a bit, especially since he's committing a large chunk of his force to the bottom left defense. He has lost a farm there, but Solus' force will be overwhelmed and defeated pretty easily, I respect. Although, nice little micro round. Ah, potentially. I thought he was microing his Gundabad orcs right into the dudes. Looked like he might have, but they turned around and died. He almost got in the archer line, though. Almost. He's definitely wanting to whittle these down. He's not going to be able to engage those in one-on-one combat very easily. As Black Numenorians will shred his guys. But the archers, of course, deal with them quite effectively. So it's too big of a deal. There we go, the Gunner Knight's still alive. I think there's still 2 battalions of them, actually. He might have just, of course, recruited one of them. This one looks like it's level 1 still. Which is indeed. This one has been around for a bit. Or he just bought a banner, which is unlikely, considering he can't do that in his current state. Alright, it looks like a cave troll's been creeped by Solus. which will of course net him a bit of coin and stuff, and of course he can access the inn unit for Angmar, which is Rudar Hillman. It's just a battalion of wildmen, basically. And they do not come with a thrall anymore in version 7, I found out, so that's pretty cool. Thrallless Hillman. Rudar Hillman, I think they're called, or something. Which is pretty neat. You can, of course, get the torches and stuff, like Hillman. Alright, Felyre's got a pretty big force. So hopefully he has rally call. He does. Solus does have Felyre, which will definitely benefit him. A hero is always good to have, and of course he has leadership for Axors and Hillman Spearmen. So I'd say he's in a good spot there. I think Man of West forces might be whittled down pretty quickly here, though, especially with the addition of that Barrow White Summon in there. Right in the archer line as well. That's going to hit him where it hurts. And the Barrow Whites will just keep healing up and never die. Taking a lot of dudes with them. And just the massive amount of Axors Solus is putting out here is quite effective at the moment. Felyre at the moment does not have an army to speak of, I don't think. Except for this remnant here of his force that he had once. A shade of its former self. And there we have Rudar Hillman Rebels, as they're called. They can get armor, they can get banner carriers, and excuse me, torches. But of course, with the torches, they're going to be incredibly good for killing buildings. So they're definitely a nice addition to your force. If you can sneak them around and hit some farms with them, they kill them very quickly. And they can also stealth in trees like the other guys are able to. You have tower guards out in the field for Felyre, but I feel like they're not going to benefit him too much. They did hold out pretty nicely, but at the same time, there's just so many axes. He needs to get these axes dead. And the Cav has potential to do that. But he's, of course, struggling to do so because of all the pikemen in that army. He has a Felyre Rangers, though, which will be useful. Unfortunately, at this point, though, Felyre is quarantined to his base. He's losing economy, and Solus is able to expand as he wants, and is not getting harassed in any way, shape, or form, because the opponent is completely on the defensive. So we basically have double the economy for Solus now than Felyre. So that's definitely going to be a struggle, especially against a player like Solus, Dark, whatever you call him. Is pretty good. I'd say Felyre's doing pretty well so far. He can still win, but he's going to have to win some pretty crucial engagements and then make a huge counterattack if he's going to do so. Judging by the rate of economy buildings being lost at the moment, I don't see that happening anytime soon, if I'm perfectly honest. So, looks like Dark is was retreating. Waldar's doing pretty well for himself. I think Waldar with the leadership for the Hillman is actually playing out huge for Solus. And of course, once he hits level 5, he can summon more Hillmen, which is always nice. Waldar's just a solid hero. He's a good, solid, dependable Angmar hero. And of course, if you're using armies like this, he is ideal because of the leadership. He's the only way you're going to get leadership for Angmar, so definitely a useful thing to do. And you'll see Solus is completely transitioned off of using Gutabads. Gutabad orcs are pretty useless at this point, because he has a buffed Ruar Spearman, probably arguably better than a Gutabad orc. In mass numbers, of course, because they're not going to get any buffs from leadership. And of course that gives him ultimate Cav protection as well. And this is the thing you find later on that is kind of difficult for Men of the West, in my opinion. Is Cav becomes harder to use because of just the sheer amount of Rudolph Spearmen here. We have Tom Bombadil on the field though, looking to do some damage, and he is indeed doing just that. There we go. We also have Dark Rangers on the field for Solus, which is going to be pretty nasty. Ooh. Good. I didn't actually know you could fell in Tom Bombadil. There you go. He's trying to keep Tom Bombadil from getting to his main force. Looks like somebody clicked Sonic Song, but didn't quite hit the mark there. I'm not sure what Felyre's doing with his archers there. What are they doing? They must have been targeting somebody. Solus is going for sorcerers. Interesting. Sorcerers, of course, that will give him access to Well of Souls, Corpse Rain, Soul Freeze, which are all incredibly powerful and useful abilities for Angmar. At this moment, I don't think he even needs sorcerer support, but definitely could be useful. It's not like it's not going to be useful. Some hillmen came out, tried to stop him from capturing this inn, and immediately were killed off. I could see inn being useful actually for Felyre because the Galadrim warrior unit comes from there, and they're pretty good. They're not better than Athelians at archery, but they're better than Gunner archers at archery, and they can also switch to sword mode if you need them. They're pretty dependable. What's the word? I forget the word. Useful, whatever. Let's go with that one. So they very useful in multiple scenarios. There's Blight gear. Blight in conjunction with all the ranger kills there. It's going to trigger a chain reaction. A nasty, nasty chain reaction. I think this is probably going to be GG here for Felyre. I don't know if he can recover from this one. Seems doing a nice getting us charge through, but unfortunately paying the price as well. These archers still alive. We have Snowbind being offensively used there for Solus. Very nice. Shutting down any Athelian ranger production. Most players use it defensively, but of course you can use it offensively. I think that's originally how it was supposed to be used. It was designed power, probably. At least that's how I never thought about using it defensively when I first started playing this game. But of course it makes sense that you can. There we go. Felyre's been defeated, and Dark is victorious. Cool. Well, there you go. That was a pretty good match for half of it, I'd say. I thought Felyre was doing really well in the beginning to mid-game, and then he kind of fell apart and got overwhelmed by the forces of Dark. But it was a good effort. A solid Man of the West play. And it shows a Cav start can, well, not start, but early Cav could work against Angmar if you use him properly. He did pretty well with those, I thought. Kept them alive and did some damage with them, so it was pretty good. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that cast of the RotWK version 7, and I'll see you guys next time.